Hey everybody, we've got some really amazing, super exciting news for the toy store I need to share with everybody. I'm not going to beat around the bush. We're going to jump right into it. We are talking phase 2. We're talking expansion. We're talking about blasting off. Whatever you want to say, we are in the process right now as we speak, negotiating a lease for another space. And I got to tell you this right off the bat, it's probably not what you think. If you're new to the channel, you might not know what I'm talking about, or if you've been here for a while, you might not know what I'm talking about. But over the course of the last 6-8 months, we have been talking expansion. What's the next step for us? What can we do to go beyond the toy store that will also benefit the toy store? The thought has always been, get a warehouse space, get some light industrial, something we can bring pallets in, we can sort them out, we can price things, we can put them online, and then we can take whatever we need to the toy store. And that's always been the plan. But I don't know if it's divine intervention or if it's kind of some signs, some weird things, whatever you believe in. Every time we went to rent one of those units, and we've looked at several, something happened. Somebody jumped in front of us and rented it out from under us. Something kept happening where we could not get these spaces. I'll go through that real quick. I'll sum it up. We had a place outside of town, perfect for us. There were 6, maybe 7 units open. I went and looked at one. The price was right. We waited a little bit. I called them back. All those units were gone. Okay. And then we found a second location right next to that first one, double the rent, but all utilities included. It was going to work out to a little bit more money. And I got a text message a couple days ago. Guess what? The last one, gone. Everything we tried to do with light industrial warehouse, it's not worked out for us. And I think there's a reason why. Right now, as we speak, we are in negotiations for a unit right next door. Right next door, we're going to take a field trip and I'm going to show everybody where it's at here. Here's the toy store right here, okay? And then right next to us, this suite number 10. It's been vacant since we've been here. People have tried to lease it out, but it needs some work. You had a roof leak in here and you won't be able to see it until we can get in here if we get the space. But the ceiling tiles, there's some ceiling tiles missing. There was a roof leak. It needs a lot of work. And it's probably pretty loud out here, so let's go back in. What do you guys think of those Thanksgiving decorations? Pretty festive, right? That was me. That was me. So let's get back in here and I'm gonna lock the door because it's really early in the morning for me. I'm sure there's some questions out there and we still have some questions. Now, what does this do for us? That's probably the biggest thing that we need to talk about. What's this gonna do for us? So that suite has double doors, one going in, one going out. We think we can still kind of do inventory how we've been doing it. We line up the pallets along the street or along the sidewalk here. We put them into tubs, we bring them in. But the only function of this space next to us, if we get it, the only function will be sorting, storage, online sales, and possibly once we get going, once we kind of get our footing and some general merchandise, it is possible that that might become a general merchandise store in the front, and in the back, we will kind of use it for our storage, eBay sorting. Now, the price had to be right, okay? With commercial real estate, you can always negotiate. Is it going to be super cheap? No, they're not going to give that space away. But do we have some room to work with? Absolutely. The space needs several $1,000s in repairs, and that doesn't matter to us because we're not going to have anybody in there. It's not going to be a retail environment starting out. This is a huge testing ground. That's how I want to say that. This is a concept business, what we're going to be doing over there. We don't know if we can pull it off. So the lease is going to be a little short term, a little shorter term. It's only going to be a couple years, maybe 2 to 3 years, which when I think about that, that's a long time. And it's going to coincide with this lease expiring. So if we want to renegotiate at the same time for both spaces, we can. If that over there is not working out, hey, we took a shot and it didn't work out. So that's the big news. Now, once we get in there, of course, once we sign the lease, if the terms are right, we'll do a video on that. But I had to share that news. Super excited. We are motivated to get all of our stuff in there, start getting deliveries in that space, being able to have the room to sort, detag, price, list on eBay. And the space is not connected with this space like through the retail part of it, but you can get through there, the back hallway or through the front. That was a huge factor in our decision. We really thought about this. My brother and I, we've been talking about this for a long time, and it just feels right. It feels like the right thing to do. And if it doesn't work out, there's no way, and I'm saying that now, I don't want to jinx it. There's no way we can't make enough money with online sales to kind of level that cost out. Okay, we're already renting 2 storage units. We can get rid of those. That'll help a little bit absorb some of that cost. And yeah, there's a lot going on right now. That's a lot. There's a lot going on, and it happened really fast once we decided that's what we wanted to do. And something else I didn't add. Somebody was in negotiations for that space. They had it rented out, and that's another reason we kind of got blocked over there. But then all of that fell through. The people that wanted it didn't want to put the money in, didn't want to do the work. The property management, I shouldn't say property management, the owners, they didn't want to sink a bunch of money into it, and it's just been sitting empty. So it's going to work out for us. Now, having said all of that, it's a super good news, right? We still kind of need to do a store update. It's been a couple days. The biggest thing I can talk about, I moved some of these party decorations out of the back room, doing 2 for $1 on those. I moved the Stormtrooper over here. That's the rest of the Funko. We were able to get these spinners all full. We've got some chairs and things in the middle. We've got a Jax load coming in. There's an Amazon load coming in. We got this super cool Jumbo Connect 4 up front. It's not really Connect 4, it's kind of a knockoff. And then the rest of that UPD load, we've got it out. The store is looking pretty good, but we want to fill it to the brim. And we think having that space right next to us where we can order bigger trucks. We're going to have room for it if we can get the space. I know I've said it 100 times, but I don't want to jinx it. There's the big news. I've got 2 or 3 Amazon orders to do, and then I'm going to go to the house for a while, and I'm going to try to get this video out pretty quick because it's exciting. I want to share it with everybody. And the store, it's looking pretty good, but we can always fill it up a little bit more. Did we talk about this spinner here? We kind of changed this to all Hot Wheels, and then we put some more Hot Wheels up front here. Hot Wheels, you don't make a bunch of money on, but they're super popular. They really are. And that's about all I got. I'll keep everybody updated. We'll see how the negotiations go with the lease, and I hope everybody's having a good week. Lots of big developments over here, but I'm going to call it a video. Until next time, I will see you later. Peace.